Shemima Begum and the BBC. What a combination that is, folks. Now, if you are a loyal or a begrudging BBC licence fee payer, you need to know that the BBC are showing a programme called the Shemima Begum Story, 9 o'clock on Tuesday. That's right, folks, your money is going to pay for the BBC, which is probably the most unpatriotic television channel here in the UK, on par with Channel 4. And it's going to be propaganda to try and return Shemima Begum to the United Kingdom. And the lefties and the mainstream media, they want that so much. They don't care about the possible consequences this woman could deliver if she came back here. Even the filmmaker who met up with her a few years ago to try and highlight her case when she was in that detention camp somewhere in the desert, he even said that he felt sorry for her at first, but now thinks that she is a bitter, twisted character with deep psychological problems. And he's also branded her as manipulative and a narcissist, who now sees herself as a celebrity. And so, as you can see here, she is on the front of a glossy British magazine, which is published by the Times newspaper. And they're treating her like a fashion icon, a victim, a celebrity, when in fact she's anything but. What Shemima Begum did, she joined the worst terrorist group imaginable. And these animals, they're not people, they are animals, barbarians. They mass raped Yazidi women, killed thousands and destroyed priceless antiques. So why are the mainstream media hell-bent on doing this? They're doing this for one reason. And I think it's the same reason that Tony Blair, Gordon Brown and the gang at the New Labour Party back in the 90s decided to open the floodgates of mass migration. They did it in order to rub it in the faces of the political right, the Conservatives at the time. And look how that's turned out for Britain. So it's the same kind of mantra the mainstream media and the extreme left, or the left in general basically, the woke progressive lot are doing this. That's why they want Shemima Begum here. They want to rub our faces in it because we know she could be a possible danger to people here. We don't know if once she is settled in Britain, a few weeks, a few days, a few months, maybe a few years, she could well get the call or the message to cause an atrocity. And then that's it. Innocent lives lost just because the left and the mainstream media want to have their way and rub people's faces in it. Now, of course, I'm just a tiny YouTuber, content creator, and I talk about stuff to a small audience. However, the mainstream media have a far larger worldwide audience and they have influence. And I don't think they should be giving this woman airtime and they shouldn't be fighting her case for her. And instead of wasting hard-working Brits' TV licence fee money on publicising this stupid girl, sexing her up, making her out to be something she's not, dressing her up as someone who's being wronged, perhaps, I think it would be better if the BBC spent that money on a Yazidi girl, one of the many victims that ISIS abducted, enslaved, raped, murdered, and perhaps using that platform to amplify their voices, what they saw, how they felt, what they went through, while people like Shemima Begum went there to watch what happened to them and took part in it. And that's what Shemima Begum did. She was part of the ruthless ISIS religious police. She herself said she pointed a Soviet AK rifle at ISIS women who wore high heels or shoes that were too colourful. She said she saw ISIS victims being beheaded and it didn't faze her one bit. And it was reported also that Shemima Begum herself helped to sew victims into suicide vests to ensure they couldn't get out of them before they were remotely detonated. So there we go, folks. That's the real story of the real woman whom the BBC are going to be parading in front of your television screens on Tuesday as a victim who wants to come home and is sorry about what she did. But I don't believe any of it. What do you think? Do you believe her? Do you want her back? Let me know in the comments. And that's my video. So until the next time, have a great day, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.